So shouldn't work. Okay, so should be going on soon. Okay. Okay, so oh, all right. So I got so many things to handle, many things. Oh, okay. Sorry, just sorry. Today it took me a while because I had to like set up this thing. I end up buying a new feature, whatever you call it, to make it like a webinar, which in the end it turns out that it's not necessary. Long story. So I was like figuring it out. So okay. So I don't know how. Okay, see, some of you may have. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I'm just seeing here that. Sorry, that's why, guys. I'm sorry. It's my fault. But like I said, I always have at 7 p.m. So if I don't, I will be on. Okay. So there's not many people on probably, which is okay. It's fine. It's my fault. So because I just sent out as you saw, like pretty much at 7 o'clock. Okay, I sent out the thing. So so I so anyway, so oh, here's the cards and everything. So I just oh my god. So I just wanted to say that I agree. I really liked this. I really liked this. Oh my god, does it thing fall? Oh my god, it's unreal, unreal, unreal. Did it coffee? Oh my god. Just 1 second. Okay, does it work? Yeah. Okay. So okay. So I was gonna say so. Sorry, because I thought the coffee fell on my along my cable. Sorry. So thank God it's not the computer not exploded. Okay, good. So so I was gonna say so that's the story. But I just want to say, guys, I really, as far as the one that happened on Friday, I really enjoyed it too. I really thought it's just like there's just this extra thing that I have to manage the like the call. You know what I mean? The getting the each person to to managing like who wants to talk next. But I somehow, what I think, I was like, as you know, is like I care so much about detail, but I feel like there's something about having. Yeah, I used to be like, oh, you can't ask me questions. Like I used to be like, oh, don't ask me questions when there's something. It's kind of hard when you manage the question and answering. So when people throw in questions, I can answer them because it's almost like I feel like there's an element of like, how do I say this? That I don't have to be in control. You know what I mean? That I don't have to manage the questions also. Does it make sense? So it's just like I just want to say this, what I mean? Like I don't know if you okay. Yeah, so I just really liked it, like I said, because I feel like also, guys, what I thought was really interesting, even though I feel like, of course, I have this like investigative whatever thing. At the same time, I also have this like, there's something about what you guys are interested in, which is also interesting. It may not be about exactly what's on the news, but it's on in the air or something like that. So I think it's also, I don't know, I just liked it. I have to say, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was, and hearing your voices and having a like, a more of an interaction. It's nice. You know what I mean? And and uh and what else I want to say about this? Yeah, it's just like it adds something to it. I don't know, explain it. Okay. So like I said, so that's that. Okay. It adds to it. And what else? I just wanted to say. Yeah. It just had, I don't know, there's something about the voice that talking to you guys, just knowing. And also, like I said, I think I'm gonna, if you don't mind, okay, I'm going to always have this option because I already have Zoom. It doesn't, it's not extra to have, you know what I mean? So I'll always have it available. Okay. So that if you want to have a call, if you want to say something, you could, if you have a question or something like that, you could just hop in and call, but you don't have to be on the call. You don't have to dial if you don't want to, you know what I mean? So just so you have that option. Isn't that fun? It seems very like very interactive. Like it's better, right? I just love it, right? I just love it. I feel like it's fun and it's more, you know, I don't know. It just, for me too, it really, I feel like there's a somehow it's more relaxing. I can understand why, because I'm not necessarily managing the question and asking all the questions and being in charge of all the questions, right? I think that that is like a more relaxing for me, I guess. Okay. Okay. So, alrighty. So I'm just shuffling. Okay. So, and I was gonna say, yeah. So I have this, like, it's so complicated. I was like, I just got this webinar, you know. It's a web. I have a webinar, but it doesn't. It's not necessary actually. As it turned out, it was not necessary. But anyway, so it's just because last time, the only thing I wanted to say, guys, last time a couple of you logged in, or went on, but you didn't have questions. So I can't really. How do you call it? You didn't have questions. So like, so that was, so make sure that if you're on there that you do have a question. So because I'm gonna, yeah. So Kathleen, do you want to, would like to know about Jared in the Middle East? But do you have a Kathleen? Do you want to give me a call? Give me a call. No, because I don't know. It's like you're asking about Jared in the Middle East, but what exactly about it? About him. I see her. She left a comment on the thing. So please call, huh? Call me. Don't be afraid. You can call me. Don't be. Maybe it's late, but just call me. Tell me, and I'll be around. Okay. Oh, right, guys. Okay, so I am. Oh, this is very good. Okay, another thing that I was going to say. Okay, so I was going to say the Roseanne. Okay, so there's a person named Roseanne and Jess R. So as you saw, I posted some things on YouTube, but I spent a lot of time covering up the number, because you know what I mean? I was really worried that there was anything personal was showing, but this option that I have, this new thing, I guess it's called in the webinar, I can rename it. So I'm removing anything that has a, like, if you put your last name, I have a, I just switched for your last middle initial. Okay. So that yeah, so that nothing, if this becomes public or whoever is watching, they don't know your name, they don't know anything about you. Okay, it's just, I'm, as you know, I'm very hyper alert about that. Okay, so, or like or I'll make up some name or something like that. It doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, it's just because I don't want anybody to know information else. Okay. Okay, so there's somebody, guys. You ready? Huh? All right, let's start. Let's get started. Let's get started. Hello, everybody, welcome. What was the second? That's the good. Huh? Everybody, welcome. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so wait. Let me find out. Where is it? Okay, so wait, where is the door? So many windows. So many windows. One sec. Okay, so wait. Okay, okay. Oh, so okay, Jess R. Okay, Jess R. I'm gonna unmute you. Okay, girlfriend. Okay. Hello, are you there, Jess R? I don't know. I can't.
No, here we go.
Hi.
How's that?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Oh hi. That's okay.
I'm
No, it's just.
I see you on the screen. I'm not seeing anybody's chatting. I don't know if anybody else is here, but
No, because the Zoom thing, it's like you have to be on YouTube. The regular people, like on YouTube, unless, like like I said, I put out the instructions that if you don't have a question, you don't have to go on Zoom. Okay, it's better
right,
for all of us, I think. Okay, just so you know what I mean, so that it's
sure.
not confusing. Anyway, so go ahead, Zasar. Do you have a question?
Well, I was wondering, there was some talk about a mistrial being called because of SIP alone,
Oh, that's right.
and
That's
I
right.
don't know if that happened today because I really cannot watch the Senate trial live. It just is too toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, is that still an option, or have they basically said no to that?
To be honest, I don't know those details because I was just looking on like the newspapers,
Yeah, I didn't see
like not,
anything.
yeah. So that would have been huge. You know what I mean? That would have been like,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
would have been but I think we should still ask, what is the possibility of there being some sort of mistrial? Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. And also, now that you're talking about this, something, I guess, there's so much stuff happening on Friday, but this reminds me actually that I want to know about what's going on with Roberts. You know how I thought that he was gonna, kind of intervene a little bit or do something. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping you would.
Okay. Okay. So so let's see what's going on with, about what, like, what's going on with that. Okay, and what are, with the different, like, constituent, the different people involved in these decisions. Okay, so like that. So let that river away like coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs with light. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I have that information. Come only from the highest sources. Only from the higher sources that create the good, huh? And only the good. The good for the good people. The good for the good people. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so what is the possibility? What, as far as what went on today and what could still happen in this impeachment trial? What are the odds that we could have a declaration of a mistrial? Okay. So okay, so what I see, okay, it's kind of strange. It's like I really see the image of actually Roberts, because I feel like that this idea of the mistrial, I think the problem is that there's not, from his perspective, I guess, which it doesn't mean much, but it's like he thinks that there's not, like, it's never happened. Something like this has never happened, but he thinks this whole thing, the whole so-called trial is a joke. Like, it's not a trial. It's not. There's nothing. They've made. There have been so many problems. Okay, so on the one hand, I feel like he's waiting. Okay, so what is this? I think this is like, okay, so let me just say this image I see about him. Like, there's a, like, a halo on top of him. Like, there's a lot of, like, heaven energy trying to to get him to move, to kind of like do the right thing, but his face is like, it's almost like from here to here he is, or in a earthbound, and at the back they're trying to like really pull him to make the right decision, but he's like, well, he's very much like, he thinks that he's the face of the Supreme Court, and he's the face of, like, you know what I mean? He can't do that. I'm just a face, but he's like, he's being pulled in that direction. But I don't think, I feel like he doesn't want to get involved. Like, he doesn't. I mean, this is kind of gross, but he doesn't want to get involved because you'll open. It's like opening a can of worms. Like, how does it? How do? Okay? What would be the path to declaring a mistrial? Looking at Chipolone, substituting Chipolone. Okay, because he's a witness and he's a participant probably. So it's like, but the whole thing is a sham. So how? Yeah, I feel like, because then there's a question of more. There's more. I feel the conversation and decisions have not yet been made, or he may have, but I don't know. I honestly don't think there could be a mistrial, at least right now. Okay, because I feel like, who are they record? You know what I mean? How, like, who, like, who would okay, is who would yeah, he would have to be the one who can you imagine, then he would be the one saying, let's start over again. That's what it means, right?
Right.
So so that would be almost worse. So I feel like he's inclined towards, like, maybe admitting some sort of evidence or something. You know what I mean? The whole thing is a joke, as is. But I don't think he wants to be the one, because he feels like there's no precedent. He's just very I mean, I see him right now at this moment, or at least the image I have here, is conservative in the true sense of the word. Like, he does not want, like, conserve, like, really not no change. He wants no change. He wants nothing, no risk, no, like, almost like it really being the piece of furniture that he's acting like. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's sort of like he doesn't want. Okay, but let me just see here the cards. So
Yeah.
what are the possibility for the mistrial? Because that is what. Okay. Oh, here is okay. So battle. Okay. Oh, look, anger. Okay, weird. Did I? It's weird because I did. So there was like going all the way, anger and focus on money. That's right. So he's still. I feel like he thinks that it's like there's still something here. But let me just see one more. I just had to kind of had to shuffle them because I'm not kind of paranoid that. But anyway, so I as far as that now this one here, let's see what it says. Okay. Oh, election or multiple book secrets blocked. Interesting. Multiple secrets. That's right. Multiple secrets were blocked. Right. Multiple
Yes.
documents were blocked. Right. Are blocked.
Yeah.
Multiple documents are blocked. Okay. So this is a problem. Okay. So let me just see. Keep seeing here. Um. So you know what? Let me. You know what, Jess? I'm gonna mute. So you could still. I'm still answering your question. So when I'm okay, I'm muting. So you could, so you could do your thing. Okay, so just no worries, no worries, don't worry about. Okay, don't worry about. So here is the visit. Now visit, interesting. Gossip, victory. Okay, so this is really interesting. Okay, because he knows. Okay, so the baby, who's baby? Baby and the look this is the oligarch in private. So okay, so this is what I think he knows that there's information that they hit a lot of information that is relevant. This information is related to the finances and it's related to Trump's relationship to some sort of oligarch, and it's a confidential thing. So I feel like he's leaning towards because I don't know. Okay, so this whole thing looks like a sham to me. I can just ask this question. This whole thing looks like a sham to me. So how come he like how does he I mean, does it make sense? Because I feel like from his what I'm understanding here is that he's considering these documents somehow because he feels like the mistrial would be like it's like there's no order. Like, what is the point of like declaring a mistrial? Because it's so nothing. Because I think him alone, he can't be like, listen, Mitch McConnell, this is terrible. What are you doing? What the hell you think you're doing? Huh? Like he can't be in charge completely. So what he thinks is that he can try to have some documents that would be more illuminating than like oh my god. So, oh my God, so kind of loud. Somebody decided to put my loud music. I don't know if you can hear it, but anyway, so it's just like, you see what I'm saying? So that's what I think. I feel like he is considering this, like allowing the documents because of this, okay, or like he's considering these documents somehow, okay. So what is okay? So do you mind if I ask then what are these just to confirm, are these documents going to be are we going to see these documents in the trial, in the impeachment trial? And if not in the trial, then in the House? Because it's sort of like I looked into it sort of like on Monday. I'm sorry, on Friday. But okay, so are we going to look at these documents in the Senate trial? Wow. So, so I see him like then making some sort of decision about this. I think, you know what I think? I think behind the scenes, he was given these documents, okay, somehow. And he was been thinking about it. And then I see him giving a note to Mitch McConnell saying that by the way, the way he says it, sort of like a judge, like, okay, well, I'm going to allow these documents in. And then it's like Mitch McConnell gets nauseated, like he wants to throw up. It's very dangerous for Trump. Okay. So he is considering this. Okay. So I think it's possible. Like, nothing is completely guaranteed, but I feel like, yes, instead of declaring him, he thinks, you know what I mean? That it's almost like, I just feel like the whole situation is so wrong on so many levels, but he doesn't want to say, okay, let's stop this. Let's do this the right way. Instead, I think he wants to do the thing that I think he has the ability to do from his perspective, which is to allow the trial itself to be more like norm. I guess normal is not the right word, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like what most people's trials are like, right? Like, I mean, how do I say this? He's trying to even out the situation with all the mess they've made, with like allowing a bit more things to be considered. Okay. So, and like I said, I don't know if he will or what are the, you know what I mean? So I think this would go with the other stuff I see, you know. Okay, so let's see. So are we? So is Roberts going to admit these documents as evidence then? Okay. Oh, you know what, Jess? Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me see. Let me unmute you because you had. Okay, so let me unmute you, Jess. Sorry. So if you have any comments or other questions, let me know. Okay.
Yeah, I just had one comment. I see what you mean about Roberts being conservative in a sense that he does not want to wade into the morass of uh,
Uh huh.
partisan politics because that would diminish his position as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. If he weighs in on this, then everybody's going to start attacking him from the Republican
Oh, that's
side
right. That's right. Because he
or
can't.
the
Because what?
Democrat side if he votes or
That's right.
if he sides with the Republicans, and that would diminish his position as Supreme Court Chief Justice.
But I
I
feel like this is the
understand that.
thing, right? So what I feel like is like it's more likely that he will consider a document that they don't want to consider, because he feels like if from his perspective, he's like this is a joke. Like anybody would, any defendant would go to prison for this. It's ridiculous, and I think he doesn't believe. And you guys, because let's get real. The thing with Barr that he says that like presidents can be that is bullshit. There's nothing really that there's no like even the case of what's his name Nixon. It says that right that it doesn't mean that
Yeah.
it's not true. Even. So even he thinks that's like it's not true. So he is considering adding because think about the guy there is like okay, not only did he committed crimes but tons of crimes. So I think he's considering, but is it going he's going to go through with it or what? Because I saw him giving in the note to Mitch McConnell and like
Oh,
because
goody.
even the act of debating, even like okay, so we have a document here, president now with the money from oligarch, should we consider that as evidence? Like how you do even describe the document, so that alone is bad. So let's see, what is it going to go through? Oh look, money upside down problemas, huh? Mm. Oh, message, I have message about the money. Oh, soon. So soon we're gonna have a message. So it could be like some sort of message, like those text messages. Soon we're gonna have a message that has to do with the finances. Soon this card is very good because it's literally a card that's a fast development. Within a week the most, so very quick. It's usually a few days, within a few days. It's a timing card, okay? So money, oh look again, confirmation that is a financial thing, a big money. Quantities of money, talking, money talks, money talks. Yeah. Hello, this is White House. Pay to play. Pay to play. Okay, so Sam, for him. I'm not Sam. For him. Look, oh, look, coffin. Oh, sad. For him. I'm not sad. So see, this is amazing because if it's true, then the money, people talk about money, it's the end. That end? What end? Oh, look, exposure of illegal activity, street cheating. Okay. And look, the document that talks about this cheating, the cheating related to finances. Okay. And the big prize, the quid pro quo. Okay, exposed. This could be, the kids. So there's like the people. Okay. Oh, look, that there's Leterato is the information here. Look, is a lawyer that has info. It could be Lev. Okay. And this is the, usually somehow has to do with the kids. I don't know if there isn't any of these kids are involved in this, but we could, or it could be say you guys are celebrating, huh? Celebrate because there's informations about it. Okay. So it's interesting. Find it interesting. I find it interesting. No, really, it is interesting.
Yes.
So this is the thing. I feel like it that and guys, because how I said like when Trump finds out something, he wants to leave, he wants to run away. This would be if this is true, then then it's possible. Okay, so that he doesn't. It's like he can't deal with it. He can't take it. He can't be public and deal with this. Okay, so that's what I think. Okay, so it's in any way, guys. The final decision is showing that it's going to happen in the next few days. Okay, next few days, and like, well, and then okay, so oh, what? Do you mind if I guys? There's one thing I didn't add to the questions, which is I think is actually important. So March 31st is the day when the Supreme Court is supposed to weigh in on Trump's financial stuff. You know what I mean? Like the stuff about those like Mazar case and all those. You know how it was supposed to be in January or December, it was postponed. You remember this?
Yeah.
So are we? My question is this? How do I say this? is this what like is this going to happen? How do I say? It's almost like what's going to happen on that date, or is Trump going to leave? Does it make sense? I feel like maybe is this the thing that okay, maybe this is I'm trying to phrase this like, is this thing that I saw causing Trump to leave? Okay, is that it? Like, is this a financial thing in this case, or is this related to the Supreme Court, or is it unrelated? Does it make sense? Just I'm sorry if am I keeping you here because I have so many right? We
No,
bring up
no, yeah, I'm
yeah.
listening. It's
If you have
fascinating.
yeah, if you want to go, let me know, and I can mute you, okay? Because I don't want to like is let me know, okay? So
Yeah,
anyway, so okay, so then okay, so Trump has this thing, okay, so has this thing that looks like this event connected to the impeachment trial. At the same time, there's already scheduled March 31st, the issue of his finances, okay? And then like on the Supreme Court, 31st of March. So is this, and there's also adding to that the image I had seen of him leaving once there's a threat of financial documents coming out. So what is going to happen really here? Is he going to leave? Okay, so oh, so oh, so the song that I plays, "This is the end, my only friend." The end. The music by the Doors. This is the end. My only. So then I feel like they're saying yes, it's the end. Like this financial information seems nowish because I see him walking away. When you walk away and like if you're in a flat long stretch of road, there's a sign or something. Far it gets smaller as you walk because I see him walking. It's almost like a cartoon of Trump like walking away, and the more he walks, the further down he looks. He's walking against the direction of the sign that says a Supreme Court event or whatever, right? So as he walks, he gets farther away from it, and his back is from it. So in other words, the more time passes, the farther. Like I feel like he has left already. You know what I mean? By the time the thing is scheduled for, he's walking away. He's on the road. I'm on the road like Jack Kerouac. No, just kidding. But like, you know what I mean? Like kind of like that. It's like, hey, I'm gonna hitchhike. Hey, take me to the Nazi camp. So whatever. Like he's trying to like he's just walking away like a forlorn guy, like with his little like, briefcase or something. He's not. He's just like like a Rolling Stone. Yeah. So you're on your own like a rolling stone. I'm gonna kick you, huh? Huh? Kick you. So no, no, really, but like imagine he's a stone you can
oh
kick.
God,
He can't. But it really, like I feel like honestly, it seems kind of far away, and the more time passes, the more time like he's not gonna. It's already he's walking away from it. Not for the reasons that we think, because I don't see anybody supporting him or him in a position of power. I feel like can normally, right? If let's say that if nothing had happened, the normal path would be he's walking towards it, and the thing is getting closer to him, right? But it's he's walking the other direction alone. So you know what I mean. So it sounds
yeah,
like he's not gonna have the time to wait, because I feel like he's already and okay. He's already weighing the option. If any of this stuff, the financial stuff, is even remotely like if he feels like it's gonna come out, he's already planning to quit. If next day of this stuff, it's guys, I feel like there is resignation. It really is on the table for him. Like he really is thinking about it. Okay, so I think in some ways that is the line that he won't cross. Like he's like, if stuff comes out, I don't want to be public. It's like humiliating for him. So that's, let me just confirm. So so tell me about the Mazars case in the Supreme Court. Are we gonna hear it or what? The past, okay. Look, past, exactly, finances, okay. Asserting himself, okay, asserting themselves or whatever. Opportunity, opportunity for the house, for the White House becomes public. Opportunist of the White, right? Like that he had, in other words, this stuff becomes public. So yes, regardless of whether he's there or not, I think they're still gonna hear this, okay. He's gonna hear it and it's gonna be come out. So he's gonna show that Trump used the White House he was an opportunist, okay? Like there's financial look. And if you look at this, guys, look at what's behind it, the shady money behind the White House. So in other words, it explains why he's so interested in becoming president, right? Yeah, I find. So you know what I mean? So let's say here, oh look, transmission Okay, Kool-Aid. Okay, that's right. He could be, look, the fortune. So he had, guys, this is really serious because it shows that there's a reason why Trump loves the Russian propaganda. This would be some sort of Kool-Aid propaganda and how he made his money. That makes sense. So sad for him. Sad huh? For him. Oh, sad for him. Look. Yeah, law is upside down. No, no, bitch. No. So he's worried. There's a lot of worry. So you see what I'm saying? So he's super worried. He knows whatever is in those things is extremely serious, and it's over. It's over, bits. And I see that Letitia James is like having champagne. Girl, I'm waiting. I have a new birthday on March 31st. I'm waiting. Mhm. So she's like waiting for her the opportunity to to say those things. So I feel like, if he does, I feel like the stuff of the Supreme Court, not the Supreme Court, the impeachment trial now is enough. But if not, and I don't know how it happens in the case, like if he already walked away, I still think that if they were going to watch, do something about it. Okay, I still think they're going to vote on it, and they're not going to vote no, trash, no, because then, guys, you know what's going to happen? The American people, okay, regardless, it looks like the American people are going to find out about trash finances. You know what I mean? Like, come on, until when are you going to bury the bodies, like, you know what I mean? No. So okay, just want to say, guys, just want to say one thing that is unrelated to this but is related, just to give you an idea. I had a personal reading with somebody the other day, like, over the weekend, and she was telling me that she had posted something, I think, on Facebook or Twitter, and it was about the cases of, like, children, like people who are supposedly raped by Trump as children, and that as soon as she posted it on Facebook, it was deleted. Her account on Twitter was blocked. She lost her account on Twitter immediately, and Facebook deleted the post immediately. Like, you know what I mean? Think about it, guys. There's information about Trump out there, and there's forces deleting it, like deleting it from view. Like, we can't, this stuff there's legit information that there's like a lot of money invested in keeping it secret and helping out Trump. But once that he loses that, okay, you know what I mean? It's very serious. So trash or no, I'm sorry for him. So that's what I think. Okay, it's the revelation of his finances is coming out. In other words, okay,
Right. That's what you said
okay,
Friday. You talked about Nancy
is that right?
Pelosi showing him more.
Yeah,
Remember on
yeah.
Friday,
So yeah, exactly. So I
she
still
had
like,
financial
yeah,
things to show him.
exactly. So, but I still think that regardless of whether Trump is in the government or not on March 31st, it's gonna be. I think that Supreme Court is gonna listen to it, even if it's not, and it was gonna make it public.
Good.
Okay, because I think it's like, this is the thing: we need to know not just one document, but all of the document. You know what I mean? Like, because that's the only way that those
Oh
people are
my
gonna
God.
learn what the truth about that guy is. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna find out is when that stuff it becomes public. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So it brings me comfort. So we ask how we're gonna feel. How are we gonna feel about his finances on March 31st? Are we gonna be happy? Because if it says like we're gonna be sad or something, how is the public, let's say largely Democratic public, who did not vote for him, is going to feel on this after the decision of the Supreme? I mean, this is the hearing. Let's say after the Supreme Court decides, and how are we going to feel? Oh, look, collecting money. Yeah, collecting money. Illusion. That's right. He was collecting money and lying to us, and this is a false proposition. Okay, so, oh, loyalist. Okay, snake, snake. Look at him, sick snake. Oh, look, he moved. He left. The snake left. Change. So loyalist saw that he was a snake and he left. He leaves. He has to go. He left, has to go. So it looks like it's, you know what I mean? So in other words, if he does confirm like the gift, that by then it's possible. Look, he's sick. He's very sick. Oh no. There's a man. There's probably the man that he took the money from or whoever here. Okay. The lawyer. Okay. So, so it's like, oh, look, the military attack, of course, right? The meeting about the military attack. Okay, and the conversation, that's conversation that he had about why he did the attack on the US. Okay, so this is the thing. The public, in other words, is talking about it, like there he is. That's why he did it. That's why he likes Russia. Of course we knew that. So and I see, guys, some of us like taking the newspaper article and rubbing on people's faces. Hello, receipts, receipts. receipts, like to your relative, receipts, 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 receipts. So, so so, so I hope so. I hope so. So, okay. Did I go off too much? No, I hope not. I hope it was good. I hope it was.
It was good, really
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
thank
move to
you.
next. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Very cool,
Thank you,
Jessa. Thank
Rosie.
you for your question. Okay.
You
Okay.
bet. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Okay. So let's go. Roseanne is the next person. Roseanne. Roseanne. Roxanne. You don't have to turn on the red lights. Okay. Unmute. Unmute. I don't know what's going on. More. Unmute. I press unmute. I don't know. So maybe sometimes it takes a while. Okay. More disable talk. Oh, that's right. Maybe. Oh, hello. Hello, Roseanne. I'm gonna. Should I? Okay. Are you there? I can't wait. Unmute. 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 Oh my God. What? What is it? I don't know what's happening. Do I hear? Do I not hear anything? I don't hear anything. Roseanne, what is it? She doesn't have. Unmute. I keep pressing unmute. It's not happening. So okay. So anyway. So I'm gonna have to go to 108. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go here to Karen G then. Okay. Karen.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
Hello?
Hi, Karen. Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear? Hi. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So do you have a
Good.
question? Do you have a question today?
I actually do. It's funny. I wasn't going to ask a question, but I've
Mm-hmm.
been really wanting to see if you might make contact with Nixon on the
Okay.
other
Okay.
side and like just
Uh-huh.
see if
Uh-huh.
he has any thoughts about what's going on right now and Trump and everything. And I wasn't going to ask. And then a little while ago, you mentioned Nixon. So I was like, oh, yeah, he
Oh.
totally wants to come through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
took it as a sign.
So very interesting. Because this is what guys, I feel like I don't know what you think, but I kind of like this that I would never like that's not something that I would necessarily, you know what I mean? Like I was just not thinking necessarily, but I like that you asked this because it's like, so different,
Good.
right? I don't know. So let's
Yeah.
find out. So
I just
so Nick,
enjoyed the reading with George Washington so much.
that's
I've
right. And
listened to it
so
a couple of times. It was awesome. So I thought it might be
so
cool.
so let's see. Okay, so let's just ask broadly. Okay, so Nixon, what do you have any information for us? Huh? Do you what are you thinking? Like, do you see like in Nixon? Do you see Trump leaving? And if so, okay, this is an interesting question. Do you mind if I ask this question for him? That because the whole thing with Nixon, he resigned, but there was a lot of negotiation before he resigned. I
Hmm.
suppose like history says that it wasn't like he, oh hi, I'm resigning today. They're like, look, you're not gonna have support, so it is what it is. So you can resign so you don't embarrass yourself. Okay. So if we see like Trump leaving, a lot of people, I'm not just the only one, right? A lot of so-called psychics, see him leaving, right? A lot of
Hmm.
people, a lot of
Yeah.
us think see him leaving.
Yeah.
And if so, how different or how similar is it from what happened to him?
Hmm.
Okay. So like, okay, now this and now I'm gonna close contact for President Nixon. Okay. Okay, so President Nixon. So if you're around, tell me what's going on. Do you know anything? So I don't know, guys. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. Okay, but as I say, so he's like watching. He's like, "Hello, Rosie. How are you today?" Well, it's fascinating because I didn't have the chance to watch my own impeachment. So for the first time, I can kind of see what was happening to me at the time. I find it fascinating. I'm watching. Okay, so I'm listening. So just so you know, don't interrupt. He's very proper. Okay, it's kind of almost hilarious. Not hilarious. It's almost like, how do you say it? It's like, how, what do we even say about it, right? He's not like he's like he seems like such a naive person connected next to Trump. But it's funny that the first thing I pick up about him is that he seems very proper, and
Hmm.
he's dressed well. Like he cares about, like, he call it, how do you say, the what is the word? It's sort of like the look of the presidency. He cares about. I'm not saying it's
Hmm.
good or it's right or wrong, but that he cared about being a president. In other words, it wasn't a
Hmm.
joke for him. Okay. Okay. So. So Rosie's like, I lost my mind. You know, when you were in power, it's sort of like a person who loves candy and it's like living in a candy store. Like you could do anything you want. You know, sort of like some people, it gets to their head. Okay. And it's like I was driven by resentment in a way. He was like, I was driven to prove myself. But beyond that, I don't think I was prepared for the types of decisions that I had to make. In other words, he's like
Mhm.
talk about the war and how there was so much at stake. To be honest, the reason I resigned because I kind of knew that it would be complicated to have a trial, but I also was like, they don't know about this, or is he was still telling them that I was actually conflicted about the war. I didn't like it, and I didn't know how to get out. I don't know explain it. There was something about the Vietnam War that kind of broke him. Okay, even though I don't know explain it, there was something about him that like I don't know, it's just something that I'm not saying that it was not because of his corruption, but I feel like he just didn't he was letting me know he was very he was a very intelligent person, and he was perceptive even though
Mhm.
it didn't come across that way. But he knew that he had a even though he had made a huge like he I mean there was something that compared to Trump, especially there's a dignity at least in
Mhm.
quitting. Okay, Trump is like
Yeah.
he doesn't care. He destroy any and everything just so that he no, I'm not quitting. No, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So he's like, yeah, but he has money. He's like, I never had money. I was even in debt or something. He's saying, so I didn't have money. So it's not as if like I would, you know, it's not like Trump never had any. He's like, as you know, Rosie, I know you watch documentaries. You know that I struggled. I didn't win everything, and it was like it wasn't like he's not like Trump. He's like I was not a silver spoon boy like he
Mhm.
was, like Trump was.
Mhm.
Okay, because Trump, as you all know, he grew up with a silver spoon, and the money that he made more money from inheritance than he made from
Right.
his businesses. Okay,
Right.
so that's what he's saying now. Okay, so what do you see? I understand the difference. He's just like he like, oh, uh oh. So you know what he's saying? Oh my God, you know, wow, guys, a very interesting perspective here. He's saying he's like, it's not that he did a favor, like as the condescending way. He's like, no, actually, you guys don't know. If I had stayed, he's saying, you know what he's guys, Kissinger was was he what was it? I don't remember exactly the relationship between Kissinger and Nixon, but he was
Yeah.
the Secretary of Defense, right? But I kind of get a sense that he's like Nixon was taking over. He was pushy. I'm sorry, not Nixon. Kissinger. He was
Kissinger.
taking over. He was so pushy and he was so evil and he's just like a really horrible person. I'm not saying like, you know, like I said, it's not that I'm like here to defend Nixon, but I'm saying that he felt like like there were overbearing people who were pushing him around, and he's
Mhm.
glad that he was, you know, there was something where he felt like it was a I don't know, there was something he felt there was something really negative about Kissinger that he was like I hate. He started to it's sort of like the sense I get here is that it's sort of like I guess I see in stories about marriages when you're like, who did I marry? Who is this person?
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
But I sense is that he felt like he was an extremely deranged evil person, Kissinger. Okay, he had a very very dark agenda and he didn't realize it. Okay, I'm not saying that
Mhm.
he's not like he's like, no, I was conservative, but when I realized like this I was like, Rosie, I knew this, the reports that we got from Vietnam and the deaths and the way I was like, there was something about it where he felt like he had to be misleading and he wasn't comfortable with it, or like there's people close to him that died, like some of the kids of his friends, or something
Oh.
where he felt very uncomfortable with the war situation of the war. And Kissinger, he's like, that man, he's still alive, he's evil. But Rosie, he has a straight to hell bus waiting for him. He says, yeah, don't worry about it. He's gonna go to hell for thousands of billions of years or whatever. Like, because guys, seriously, Kissinger is really like extremely. So he's like, he is motivated by some sort of evil force that I can't even comprehend myself. Yeah, I can
Mhm.
comprehend the thirst for power, but not at that price. That's right, the price that I would have had to pay for this. And you're like, you see, they were considering nuking something, but they used all those weapons though, all those bombs in Laos and Cambodia. So I don't know why. So, but I don't know, guys. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Did he resign when 72? I don't remember the date, the year. When was it?
I think it was 72. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was after the stuff. It's like I was
Mhm.
just like it made me sick. All of this, it was not what I thought it was gonna be, and I was not. So I think in some ways he was glad, but this is what guys, it's fascinating because I never. I mean, not that I had any thoughts about anything, but what I'm understanding here is that his resignation was, oh, 74, you say 74. So, but I'm
Oh,
understanding here that
okay.
the resignation has to do a lot with the war, with the way that the war went, and that he
Hmm.
actually had wanted nothing more to do with it. He was sick of it. And that in some ways, this was a, so, but why did it take you so long? Because I didn't see an option. I mean, would I just, I had to, it was just like you had to take it, take it by the day, take it day by day. Okay.
Hmm.
So that's why. So in a way, guys, he does come off a lot better. And the fact that he's not necessarily in hell right now, okay, I'm not saying
Hmm.
like that he's not because they have to do the review and they have to do all these things. But I'm saying like that, at least in comparison to Trump, he's not. Because guys, people like Epstein and stuff, you can't even talk to them, because I don't think you can. They're like down there deep, the depths of hell. Okay, so like I'm not saying, it's not that I'm defending Nixon at all, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like he comes off a little better
Yeah.
than like, and I think he was like, he feels like he was betrayed by his own resentment. He's like has he was insecurity and his resentment, and
Hmm.
that alongside that he blames Kissinger for a lot of things. Okay, for like there's a lot of the dark people there, like the CIA and their secret wars or whatever. Like I was just also because I saw this stuff. There was a lot of war going on that
Mm.
never became public. He's saying it never. I just hope that one day America will find out more about the depravity of war. And I get goosebumps, guys, instead, no, because remember that the stuff I did about the Vietnam War is very sad. So
Hmm.
it's interesting, like just digesting it, guys. Just okay, just on a prayer here for everybody, all the souls of the Vietnam veterans who suffered that we don't know about, and all the other people on the other side that we don't know about either. Okay, and their
Hmm.
scars they
Okay.
carried. Okay,
Okay.
so okay, so anyway, so but still, President Nixon, I still would like to know information about today. Okay, I know. Thank you for sharing. But what about today? What do you see for Trump? He's like, it's funny because they don't seem to see it as badly. For us, it's very
Hmm.
painful,
Hmm.
but it's always like they don't really care, or they don't seem to take it. Why? Okay, why do you not see what it is? Like how bad it is? It's almost, it's like he's saying, like he's giving my example because I recently lost a hair. I had a hair situation, but he's like, Rosie, it's sort of like when you brush your hair, and then like you brush your hair, you feel like the hair fell, but it was actually because you had fallen already, and it was kind of like in the midst of your hair. The same thing
Ah.
with Trump. He's already kind of gone, but you
Yeah.
think he's
Yeah.
still there. So but
Uh-huh.
he's halfway out.
Yeah.
They don't feel like, I feel like to him, or the way it's being communicated to me, he's already out.
Yeah.
He thinks that he's like, I was always a very realistic person. And you're very, very aptly put, Rosie, that Republicans are very aware of numbers. We know, like data, we like numbers. I was very aware of those things. I've always paid attention to those things. Trump, on the other hand, there's people telling him the truth, but he does not want to listen. He lives in his own fantasy world. That's a problem, because he doesn't know that one of the rules of politics is that somebody could pull the rug from under you in any minute, and it's what does he say? And it's not personal. Okay, so he thinks that he's a forever person because he's sold, you know what I mean? So he's out, his egomania is bigger than ever, but he's not aware of how the game is played. Okay, that, you know what I mean, that like, that it's, that's what it is,
Hmm.
that's how it is. You don't have control, you can't control everything. So wow, wow, okay, so wow, very interesting. Okay, so I'm trying to think here. So okay, so how, okay, so the question then is, Nixon, how do you see, what is the difference between how you left and how he's gonna leave? He's almost out. He's almost out. And I see he's showing me almost like a cartoon, like an image of like a hand, a big hand, and like Trump is this size. There's a hand pushing him out, and he's like this. So it's a big hand pushing him out. So what is this big hand? The hand of God, no. But he's being pushed out already. There's a lot of efforts to okay, to leave.
Hmm.
So but he's the one, what I'm, the image he's showing me here is that Trump is like holding to the wall. He's like, no, don't drag me out. He doesn't want to leave. He's not yet in the point where he wants to leave. So then what is he looking for? What does he want? He's looking at Kushner. He's like, Jared, do we have enough? Do we have Jared? So okay, so then what does he want? So he wants money. He wants money. I said before, he may even ask for money. Like, give me a couple billion. I'll get out. I'll walk out. Huh? And they're like, no, you can't do that. And then I think he's like, and that's when I told you the financial stuff is the thing that kicks him out. It's the only thing that's going to kick him out is when
Mhm.
the truth about him comes out. As long as he can maintain the facade, this is the thing. What they say, he's like the strategy to get rid of Trump is to remove, to show the truth underneath. Not like that he's depraved, because that's part of his character. It's part. I mean, his part. That's how he is depraved, but he's part of his image. People seem to like the fact that, but the thing about the money is the truth. Is that how he's known? That he's not. He, how he plays the fact. He plays the character of a tough guy, but he's not. So that is the thing that you have to focus on. Okay, you know what I mean? That's how you do this. Okay. And okay, so actually Janie is she wrote a question that's kind of interesting here. I mean, as you guys know, I do think the Republic as involved as everybody. Okay, but how? Okay, so then the question is, how can the Republicans live with themselves? Really, from your perspective, Nixon, how can they live with themselves throughout? As this, first of all, we have all these religious people. We have the brainwash crew. He's saying those people are brain. The thing about the religious people is that they're very well brainwashed. They brainwash really well. So they're not very critical, okay? And they're saying there's a lot of people that I know from back in the day. They were resentful of the fact that I had to resign. So they always there's a lot of people like saying like Roger Stone, like they think that he should have not resigned, and that like all this stuff was going to happen, and that they were resentful of the civil rights era. But it's like they're not going to get it this time either. Okay, so how are they, but how are they going to, what is the difference? How do they just, there's like Rosie, there's been a coup for a long time. Those people wanted to take over the government. They wanted to I say, and in a way the modern form, say the modern form of this is started with Clinton, because they how could a southerner start to change. This is why I was saying this is why they hate Clinton so much. One of the reasons is because Clinton could steal their constituency. That's kind of interesting. It's very interesting. He's saying that, yes, because the reason why they hate Clinton so much is because they don't he is a southerner he's a liberal. Okay, so the last thing they want is like the stuff that we talk about, some sort of progress. Not to say that Clinton is exactly like super left, no, but even the idea that the South could not be race, you know what I mean, it could be like could move
Mhm.
forward is not, it's something that they find very
Yeah.
dangerous. Okay, and then when Obama came along, it's like, no, what, no, what the hell, look at the world, what's happening. So this is why they have to eradicate the disease of those, because they were saying the 90s there was a beginning of the quote unquote the revolution of the right, they're saying, because they realized that there were people who were going to change the old world that they knew. They were like, we always want to be, they always want to, these people like KKK, he's saying there's all these dark saying, this is the thing you don't understand, even as a Republican. When you're saying I was in the office and there's a lot of hardcore dark stuff happening and we don't know about. It's saying this country is ruled by racists much more than he's saying there's a lot of really powerful people who wanted, you know what I mean, who were afraid, like, who don't want this stuff to change that way, to have to, they want public education to be separate. They want, they want all these things and they're going to fight for it. And that's when they woke up much more, because they thought the thing, well, Reagan, cool, Reagan, everybody loves Reagan, he's popular. And then comes Clinton, like after, Bush was like not a very, he's not a very likable person in comparison to Reagan. And then you get Clinton, and like, oh my god, what the hell, what is, this is awful. And this is why, okay, so okay, still, but I want to, okay, so he's explaining the mindset of the Republicans. Okay, the Republicans is like, is that okay, so this is why they were like, they kind of recruited these extremists. They needed extremists in order to remain in power, because they needed the people, they're most retrograde people in the world, because the whole point is that they were afraid to lose power. So you know what I mean, so that was the people that they aligned with, is that is the far right. Okay, is those people. Okay, so how do they feel? It's like, the Rosie, they don't think about anything. They just think about, whenever they feel nervous, they think that Jesus, they pray for Jesus or whatever, like knowing that they do all these bad things. Okay, Because their excuse is like, wait, but if I'm doing something bad, I'm doing it for the religion. They say we're doing it. Even Chipotle, the Chipotle people, they're like, I do it for my religion. It's a religious thing. I'm doing something that is going to be great for God or whatever. This is my sacrifice. Of course, I can sacrifice the law and for religion. They all think like that. So that's why they're all brainwashed. Okay, but still, what is the difference between? Okay, so between now and then, that's like he's saying the downfall is going to be swift. He's sort of saying in a way, he's saying something like you have no idea how like the thing that happened. I was a rational person, so I knew that it was a better idea for the country for me to resign. I didn't want to create chaos. We were already during the war. It was complicated. Trump doesn't want to leave. So then what happens is like I see them. I've seen this image many times before. Like all of them, not all of them. A lot of people with Trump and his people on stage, and then the stage crashes and they all crash. It's gonna be a crash situation. It's not gonna be like me, like okay, I decided to resign. I thought whatever. It's like they don't want to go, so crash. The stuff is like ah, and they scream. The Republicans scream. So that's what I say. That's what it's. But okay, so should we be worried? What should be our mindset or attitude about this? Rosa, just keep on living your life. It's like I said, it's sort of like how your hair, like if you brush your hair, you have some hairs that are there. It's sort of like Trump is already out. It's like he's suggesting that there's no force, like the force, it's already over. It's like he just doesn't want to believe it or he doesn't want to see it. Okay, so okay, so that's
Yeah,
thing. He's like, thanks for caring about me, but he seems to be at peace with what he's done and he's like in his crimes. He's not, he's learned. Okay, since he left leaving this earth. Okay,
that's great.
all
That's
right.
great. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, so I'm gonna stop here. So guys, okay, so oh my god, there's a lot of questions, okay, that I didn't address, and I don't know, should I ask? Okay, so I don't know what to do here. Okay, so okay, I would, okay, tell me, you guys, I'm gonna list the things here, okay, and I'm going to oh, that's right, I'm gonna list the things here, and I'm going to then tell me on the YouTube comments if you want me to answer some of your questions, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot. So there's the Iowa Democratic primaries, coronavirus and stock market, GOP and impeachment trial bar. Trump wants to cut Medicare and Social Security. Rashida Tlaib boos Hillary at event in Iowa. How will the divisions fabricated or real within the Democratic Party be resolved? Okay. So if you have a question, one of those questions that you would like to answer, please write some comments, okay? And then I'll look into it, okay? But let's see here, Roseanne. Let's see, Roseanne. Okay, she's not. I don't know if she because last time. Are you there, Roseanne? More. I don't know. She unmute. Yeah, I tried to unmute her, but I can't. It doesn't seem to be working. Maybe she left. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I can't. Okay, so yeah. So I don't know. So Roseanne, what I would do is like I would log in and out, okay, because I can't see. I'm not able to get your thing, okay, or write a comment or something, okay. Okay. So anyway, so guys, do you have a preference? Let me know, okay, if we have a preference about this, and I can look into that. Okay, now, okay, so let's see here, okay. I'm kind of just because today is how will okay, that's right. I was going to ask the same question. How will the divisions in the Democratic Party be resolved? What's going on in Iowa? And I feel like this question of I was mad at this lady, even though I generally like her, Rashida Tlaib. She booed, you saw the video. It's a little upsetting, okay, because they're talking about, because it's the Bernie thing, and they're talking, oh, Hillary, but we're not gonna. The lady was like, oh, we're not gonna boo, and she's like, I'm gonna boo, like she grabs the microphone. She sounds like an idiot. I'm sorry, like in that moment, okay, maybe she has a better side of her, but it was not nice. Okay. So I'd like to know, this to me is emblematic. Like, and people are like, okay, so Hillary stood up for you, and there you are yelling, like booing at her. Like, what kind of idiot do you have to be to do this? Okay. So, but still, there's like, I think part of it is those people are like brainwashed, sort of like the Trump side. Okay. They're like, oh, Hillary, like, is this? but at the same time, there's a true push for like more left. Okay, but I still think that being left doesn't mean you have to yell at, to like denigrate and attack. Yeah, that it basically threats. Okay, so how is this going to be resolved? The first, tell me what I want to know about this woman. What was she thinking? And she probably regrets. Okay, if she apologized, but the apology did not sound like an apology to me. But still, okay. So what's going on with her? Wow. So it's so interesting. I saw her image. Like she's like, oh, she's so happy. She's like, oh, we're gonna. And I see these like squares, almost like they're gonna in their mind, they're gonna rearrange the world. And like everybody, it's like we're gonna rearrange everything. And the Hillary thing, and anybody who doesn't agree with them is out. So it's kind of like Trump did this for the Republicans. They're kind of thinking this. It's not that they're consciously, at least this woman, she's not consciously thinking, I'm going to change, I'm not going to let anybody else in. But that's the mind, that's what I see in her mind. Like the world is like this, she's like this, like, oh, look at the changes that are gonna happen. Wow. Like she's like, ooh. So that's like, it's kind of like a fantasy, right? She has like this wide-eyed fantasy. And anybody who's like, it's a bit like, it's like she has a strange, this is the thing that is a little strange to me. It's like she has a really weird, like why, like naive almost, but also like a cult kind of thing. Okay, she's like, oh, and we're gonna change the world, and then no. And the whole thing with like anybody who, when they say Hillary, like she just wants her, it's like, get her out, like any, because she thinks that Hillary doesn't agree with her, or that she represents the old world. Like she, in her mind, they have already accomplished this, it's all a matter of implementation, so, to be honest. Okay, so it's like whatever world order they want, this is the thing, guys, that I feel like it's not as if they're like wanting, they don't want, this is the thing, this is how it's some closer to Trump, in the sense that they want it to be our way or the highway. Okay, really, not just that they are, this we know, but they're yelling and the aggressive behavior. It's because that's what they're going to do in their minds. They're going to push for the revolution, and they are not going to shut down stuff, people who disagree. Okay, so that's the fantasy in her mind. Okay, so now let's see what actually happens as it progresses. Let's see through her eyes, because that she would be a good person to look at. Okay, right, because she's the one that I see here. Okay, so I feel like she's disappointed. Okay, so if as it's interesting because it's almost like, like post-it notes. Like if you're designing something or making a plan, you put all these post-it notes on the wall. So that's the image. It was sort of like, but a huge post-it notes, like the world we're gonna rearrange. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like that. So it's just they are like this. Oh, it's gonna be like that, and then it doesn't happen. Crashes. Like I don't know. It didn't tell me where Bernie is. Okay, necessarily, but then it's just seems to get sad. It's like the world is not, because like I said, they imagine this like utopia. I start to say this, it looks like to me like it's not how it's, because the way they see it is a perfect world, exactly how they think it's going to be, which is always very hard. It's not based on reality, honestly. And it's not that for example, like uh Elizabeth Warren is a left person, but she's always, she just makes she plans. But this is like totally like, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and whatever. So then I feel like, so this is the thing. So then she sees this, and then as it progresses, her head is like this. She's disappointed. She's depressed, and I feel like I see she's kind of disheveled and sweaty, like almost like she's drinking. She starts drinking, or she's drinking now. I don't know. So she's very depressed about it. And then she sees that she's like this, like sad, really sad. She's just really depressed and sad. Then she sees Bernie walking here, like towards all these people that she knew. She's like, oh, oh. She didn't realize that they were involved in some shady things. I don't know if it's campaign. I think there's people, like I said, guys, they may be, we're going to have to find out if they're involved in other shady things or whatever, money wise, campaign finance. So they like kind of like walking out like this, like and like those people. And then she's like, oh, and a second disappointment hits her, which is that the people that she idol, because the thing is, well, the problem with this woman is that she's very idealistic. In this case, it's a problem because then when she realizes that It's not about idealism, it's about reality, getting things done in the real world, not in the fantasy world, okay? Then she, she gets a second disappointment when she realizes the people that she used to think so highly of are not as goody goody as she thought they were. But over time, she's like, "Oh, it's not as bad as they said it was going to be." Okay, so see what I'm saying? So now I just want to make a comment that I remember the first reading I did about AOC after she had been elected was that she was going to be disappointed, and now I kind of see what it is that it's possible that if this stuff comes out, then then she's like, "Oh, I believed in them. I believe in their ideas, but I guess they were not what they said they were." So there's that kind of a disappointment, okay? Disillusionment, okay, type of disappointment. So that's my sense. Now, in terms of heal, okay, so how then is this division gonna heal? It's like it's showing me the campaign finance. Okay, guys, I just wanted to say, okay, just let me say this. I know, there's people who like Bernie. It's not. I just there's just some stuff that I'm seeing here. It's like, that there's a super PAC of Bernie. I think it's called My Revolution or something that is in an investigation. I rather it was in an investigation. And also the guy from what's his name? The Young Turks, there's a Turkish name, Siger or something. Okay, so apparently this guy's name is that he's listed as the contact person for My Revolution. But what I see is this guy's face pulled, and then the numbers, when you look at the like the documentation about this guy and this fundraising, they realize these are Republicans, or like the people who actually contribute to this are not Democrats but Republicans. And it's like it's super PAC. In other words, it's a secret dark money, okay? Because you know how they are, like, it's dark money, corporate Democrats. What? No. So you know what I mean. So then they when they reveal the truth about where the money comes from and who the person really is, because right now, guys, it's almost like there's so much noise and so much chaos. Okay, so that's it. That's when disappointment comes to the people who are supposedly far left, when they realize that the people that, because if okay, the people that claim to have been so far left are not, and that is the disappointment that I see. Okay, so you know what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. Dark money could be anything. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like dark money usually is foreign. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It was some sort of operation, and I feel like those women who believe them, they were used. Okay, I'm not saying that they did it on purpose because they believe, they're like so naive, like repeating the slogan. But I feel like those people, the women in the squad, other than Presley, okay, Ariana Presley, who is going with she is doing great. Like she went with Warren, but all the other ones are like, yeah, let me get him. Yeah, boo. Like it's like so mature. She's very mature, very mature. Yeah, very mature. So can you imagine you embarrass yourself like that, and then you realize the guy is a scammer, or the truth had not been revealed yet. So I feel like, you know what I mean, when they realize what the depth of this stuff, because I feel, guys, this group, and like just, and it's out there, okay, this group that wanted to recruit the so-called progressive women had a darker agenda. And in some ways, it's the idea itself is sexist, okay, because there's all these men who are trying to find these female candidates that could be like quote unquote progressive, but I feel like I told you before about AOC, like they realize that once they get to power, those men, they want to control them too, tell them what to say and like whatever, and they don't like it, okay. So you know what I mean, so it gets to a situation where it's like you know so so you see what I'm saying. So it's interesting, okay, it's interesting. So that's what I see now. It's okay. So in terms of tell you how we where are we going to go then in terms of Democratic Party, like regardless of who is the president, where is the Democratic Party going to go? Let's say there's going to be changing campaign financing, and there's going to be a lot of investigations about where the money comes from, and that is when you're going to find out more information about the truth of these people who claim to be ultra progressive, okay. And that's when you realize because it's saying, like, it's one thing if a person was actually like always progressive, but it's another if they're pretending to be as progressive. It's much worse, okay. So that's what I feel like when the revelation about who is who, that is when the truth is going to come out, okay. Who is who, okay, that's what we're going to know. So it shows that the attack thing was coordinated, it was fake, okay. Like the whole yelling, it was coordinated. They're like, this is like, the people say, oh, you're gonna go yell at people, say this and say that or whatever, right. and that those people were not, there. And I feel like there's a disappointment in this, guys, in a weird way, in the same way that I feel like the Trump supporters are going to feel. They're going to feel used, and like they believe this stuff, okay? And when it didn't happen, like, oh my god, I guess they weren't so bad, huh? Like, they, you know what I mean? So I think there's going to say in 2 years there's going to be a big reckoning, and there's going to be even like, there's, I see, even in the house in the future there's going to be like, committees overlooking at what happened, okay, and like the interference both in the Republican Party and in the Democratic Party. So okay, so, well, as far as the elections now, they're telling me again, Rosie, you're right, there was some there was some like attempt to hack stuff, and they were like a lot of like, people who are like, I see even people who are like with not guns, but kind of like stuff, like ski masks or something, trying to break into things. A lot of quasi criminal activity, trying to like disrupt chaos, trying to like stop people from voting, like really the same thing, that dark stuff going on, but they were stopped before it got worse, okay? And and it's just like, we have, it's like, is guys were saying, just pray for truth and it's gonna be okay. Okay, there's the people who are legit, that they should, their truth should be lifted, okay, and that the ones who are doing it just to be as a joke or whatever you call it, okay, they're exposed. Because, think about it, guys, this is so, the whole history of civil rights in this country has been about this, has been about, how do you, you know what I mean, it has been about voting, letting people vote. And when you do any scams connected to voting, you're like going back to the Jim Crow era, whether you like it or not. So this is why, guys, ultimately, this is why the thing that I have the problem with the Bernie thing is like, you're creating confusion and chaos. You're actually undermining the right to clean vote, to a legit, you know what I mean? So they're interrupting, like, and this is the thing, guys, as I say a lot of the times, think about the Russia stuff. If you are not going to stop Russia, they're going to continue, like, whether it's a Democrat or Republican or whatever, they're going to continue to meddle. So that's why you have the candidate, whoever it is, has to be strong about it, has to say no. No, no means no, and has to enforce it. Because if not, we're never going to have normal elections, okay? And if you're okay with that, then then you're not okay with civil rights at all, because the basis of civil rights is voting rights. So, in this country, at least, right? It was the fight for the right to vote. And if you do anything that, support the people that meddle, that don't let other people vote, right? There's the problemos. That's problemos. Yeah. So, sorry, talk too much, huh? Do I talk much? Guys, do you have questions? I don't know if there's two of you still here. Okay, Roseanne. Let's see. I'm gonna try again. Okay, Roseanne. I don't know. I still don't see what is going on here. I don't think she. Oh, oh. Okay. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't think she's on. Okay. So yeah, I don't think she's on. But if I don't know if Jess R, she's still on. Um, but yeah. But then okay. So let's see here. Jess, do you have a question? Still there? I don't know. So okay. Okay. So I don't know. I don't think so. But it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So anyway. So that's it. I was gonna say, guys. So what else? What else here? Okay, so was it okay today? There wasn't too many questions, but it's okay. Um, was just unexpected. If you have questions, again, let me know. Let's see here. What else? Guys, tomorrow. Okay, so let's see. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this today. Oh my God, tomorrow is that tomorrow is supposed to be the State of the Union. Okay, if something breaks, let's do this. I'm not gonna have the thing tomorrow, but if for some reason there's something happening related to the State of the Union address, then I'll do a live stream, because it shows there will be a disruption or something. Okay, so if it's a big day tomorrow, I will, but don't expect it. Okay, so unless there's a big disruption tomorrow, I will not do, I'm not going to do Tuesday unless there's something big breaking, and then it will be at 7. But if not, I'm definitely going to do. And sorry about the Wednesday thing that I didn't send you the thing, but I'm going to. Okay, like, just so you know, nowadays, now, if you don't mind, okay, I'm always going to have the radio option. Okay. Okay, so okay, if you don't mind. Okay, I'm always gonna have the radio, because I like it. I don't know. I feel like, what it is, more like a conversation. Is more natural. It feels more natural, right? Tonight? Wait, are you serious? State of the Union is not the wait today, the 4th, right? Wait, are you serious? State of the Union's tonight? No, really? Tomorrow? No, it's tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow, right? It's on the 4th, right? It's tomorrow. Tomorrow. I was like, what? No. Yeah, 9 p.m. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, I was worried. Oof, I was like, missed it? That would be like, what? So anyway, so wow. So okay, guys. So they're kind of telling me here, okay. So they're telling me here, Rosie, hold on. Like I said, I'm not gonna. They're kind of telling me to like even that I might what you call it. I might have to go on like 6:30 or something, okay? So like, so I feel like it's saying like wait, if it breaks, it breaks. Okay, and then I'll come on. If something happens tomorrow, big tomorrow, it might. But I don't want to, don't have expectations, okay? I don't have expectations. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. The vote is supposed to be the Wednesday. That's right for the impeachment. So if some guys, I think if something's gonna break, it's gonna break tomorrow. Okay, in which case we have conversations again to go over it. If not, like I said, but if it's on at 7. Okay, and I'll post it. Oh, okay. Is Pelosi going to show anything tomorrow? That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I feel like it's gonna. Guys, I've seen it. Like I feel like if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen tomorrow. But I can't. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the timing stuff could be so much could happen. But let's see. Mhm. I see Nancy with the suitcase. She's like, it's like, girl, I got it. She has the document on her briefcase. Like, got receipts now. Gotta go. Receipts, Sam. Hello, delivery receipts. So she's happy. She's like, "Woo, I'm excited." I don't know, guys. Who see? Okay, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to create the expectation, but I feel like she hasn't. I haven't put a mayor home. I haven't. I haven't put a mayor homes. And I feel like she says we gave the Republicans a lot of opportunities. They didn't take the opportunities, so we're speaking now. So we'll see. But like I said, I believe it, but I need to see it also. I don't want to create an expectation, but that's what information I have here. And I see Mr. Nixon, he's laughing. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. He's laughing. He's like, yeah. And then he tells me, Kissinger is, Kissinger, is he still alive? Kissinger, he's still alive, right? I think he is. Didn't he die? He didn't die. But I feel like it's nice soon. I can't wait to be greeting him at the gateway to hell. You go this way, trash. So then he's gonna say he may if he's not dead, he could die soon. Okay. What's his name? Kissinger. Yeah, I don't know. Was it still? Yeah, I think so. So, wow. So guys, so anyway, so it's gonna be nervous, a little nerve wracking. But like I said, the best thing to do is not have expectations. Okay, if anything, because then we get excited if something happens. Okay, it's always better than be like expecting a lot, nothing happens, and you get like upset. So okay. Yeah, so he's saying like it's coming soon. He's like he has a watch. He has a watch. It's coming. He's saying by the end of this week could be his turn. He's saying I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, but that's what it's saying here. so 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 yeah, yeah, Kissinger. Yeah, so that's right. It could be that. I was like Rosie. All these two devils with one stone. But Trump is still no. Trump is gonna. He's like crazy. He's going to the crazy house. So he's losing his dementia, okay, situation, whatever you call it, okay. So anyway, guys, so I'm gonna go. Is it okay? Normally we end or a little later these days, but it's okay, right, if I go? And so it's possible that we could meet tomorrow, okay. But I'll let you know. I'll see how the day goes tomorrow, because like I said, I don't want to get excited. We know how that is. I get excited, and then something happened, like, oh, nothing happened. So, oh, look, tomorrow, strong celebration. Ooh, the moon. The moon is kind of, we're strong with celebrating the moon. There's like things in the air, things, crazy things changing. Still smoke and mirrors. Now, oh, no, older man. Look, there he is. Oh, the younger man, the older man. See here. Oh, exposure. Exposure something. Activity. Uh-oh, in the government. Exposure. The white man is exposed in this thing. Good night, Zany. Mess? Have message? Have message. Have message. For a long time. Messenger, that's right. Unexpected. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, oh my God, what? Oh look. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. A lot of money. That's right. So let's see something. Oh look. Important revelation. Important revelation. Important revelation tomorrow. So yeah, that's right. Trump exactly. Did you see? You know who Kissinger is friends with? The devil incarnate, Jared Kushner. Yeah, Jared Kushner is friends with Kissinger. They come from the same, the same, cut from the same cloth. Yeah. So okay. Oh, Kathy, had a question about Jared. Let's see. What was the question? She had a question about. Okay. Oh, guys, did you see? By the way, did you see Jared Kushner on the television? On television over the weekend? It was so strange. I know people like Rosie. I don't care what he looks like. I just know that he's evil. Well, but it's I just can't get over he's so creepy looking. He looks like a serial killer, like a creepy doll serial killer. He's just like I can't get over how he looks and how he talks. It's so creepy. But he's like, did you see? He's like, so he was in this show. I can't watch him because it's very difficult to watch him. But I watch clips of it. So he was saying the guy was at he's a very knowledgeable person. He was asking him, so what's up with this, the plan? He's like, well, when deficits don't matter, we have a problem. Have this is what happens in these countries in the Middle East. They don't have deficits. And then the guy's like, wait, but Trump's presidency has more deficit. What are you talking about? Trump's deficit. He even laughed. He's like, wait, but Trump's presidency, you have the biggest deficit of all. He's like, that's not true. That's not what I'm talking about. Like he doesn't even know how to. It's like he has so like unreal. It's unreal, unreal. These people, okay, not normal at all. So that was funny. So her question is, okay, so Middle Eastern leaders not embracing his plan, not wanting to go along with it. How will it go? Bye. Same bye. Because guys, the Arab League is huge. It's like even Saudi Arabia. This was funny. Even Saudi Arabia said no. So no, it's a no go. No, it's a no. Why? Like he can't do anything. I think it's like and they're saying he's out of it. Okay, he's out of touch. And I feel, guys. Okay, I know. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about it, but he's sort of saying like his like he has this like. Okay, I know people like Rosie. I don't care about his sexuality. I don't care about like what he does in his private life. But what I'm saying is here is that he's like the more and stressful he becomes, the more he wants to be like a woman. Seriously, like he's like, have you noticed? This is the thing there. I'm like, wait, what? I feel like he did his eyebrows. There's something like about his appearance, like he put Botox. Something is weird to me. Like not to say that you can't do these things, but it is a little strange. Okay, there's something like he wants to hide, almost like he wants to hide in the body of a woman because all the evil, there's something really kind of like he's crazy like in a different way. Okay, so I just feel like he doesn't accept, he's like Trump but in a different, he doesn't see that there, okay, there's a problem always with something. Doesn't mean anything if I were you, wouldn't say anything. Okay, you be quiet. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like this creepy guy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Transit. That's right. And I know people are saying possessed cannot. That's right. It's sort of like, okay, I'm sorry. This is like so right. He's like, it's almost like he's really like remember I did one joke one time. I was like, uh, Ivanka, where's the Botox? Do you have that? Can I have more? It's like, but I think it's true. I actually did. I was joking, but this is, I think it's true. Like he's like, the more nervous he gets, the more Botox he puts in or something. Like the less his face moves. You know? No, that's not true. They just don't have the deficit. They have large deficits. Large deficits. So then it's like, wait, what about Trump? No, it has nothing to do. Has nothing to do. So people laugh because are you serious? His skin is like his own hormones. Exact right? I was like, I noticed. I was like, wait, Jared. I was like, whoa, like he's so, there's something about it. It's not because he's feminine looking. It's more. Don't you think? It's more than being feminine looking. It's more. There's like an effort. He's plucked his eyebrows. He's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just something's going on there. Okay. You know what I mean? And I think it's like I said, he's stressed. He gets like I see him like trying to like I feel like he thinks that if he becomes a woman, then his darkness is erased or something. I don't know. It's very strange. Okay, how about you? Human rights, Palestine versus Saudi Arabia. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand this question. Yeah, I don't know. But I feel, in other words, I feel like it's a no. It's a no. Okay, and even if usually like there's a Palestine is like even there's different factions. Okay, so like so so it's like if he doesn't have the support of the Gulf states, which are traditionally closer to Israel, forget it. He's not gonna have anybody else, you know. So like you know what I mean. So if Saudi Arabia, even Saudi Arabia is not on his side, forget about it. Like he's over. You know what I mean? Because like I think that if the bloc of the Gulf states were against it, then there's a no go. It's a no go because like I said, I think that the money was going to come from Saudi Arabia. If Saudi Arabia is not, you know, is not so forget about it. I thought, initially you think, okay, it's going to be Palestine all as usual is going to say no, it's going to resist or whatever, right? But it's like they're not, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for them, okay? Because they know this is the thing, guys, the whole thing is like if you provoke, yeah, it's not even, it's a non-starter, okay? If like I said, the Gulf states are against it, so it's over. Forget about it. Okay. So there's no there's nothing to worry about, I think. He was just like, and it's like, okay, but how does he feel about his peace plan? He's like, but I thought it was gonna be the answer. And I feel like, what I feel like I see him calling Netanyahu and they're not answering his calls. They're not taking his calls. Oh, oh, we're friends. He's seen me um uh, privately. Like I'm not saying no, but he's like, they're very intimate, like the families, right? So he's like, he's not answering my phone, he's not answering my calls. So, right. So So this is it. Like, he's not answering because people think, I mean, guys, look, okay, Jared, think about it. The guy, he's delusional. What is Jared's talent is manipulation, being Machiavellic. That's it. That's his manipulation of people, being Machiavellic. Other than that, he does not have talents. He's not, can you imagine being that person that you don't realize, like, you don't get it. And like, they just like, that guy's, and think about it. Think about it. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, please, like, let's get real, like, yeah. So yeah, it's just like bullshit. It's like like I said, it's all about money for him. He's not interested. I said before there was a reading that I did recently about it. Right? Do you remember this? Where I said something like that. It was like he was only interested in the money. Okay, he's not interested. He doesn't understand politics. He's not interested. He's not interested in like negotiating anything. He just wants to get the cash in his bank account. That's it. He cuts he's because as usual, all the tough work is politics. Is like negotiating, coming to an agreement, finding what do you want, what does she want, all this. But he doesn't. He's not interested. He just wants cash. And the other country, like, I'm not gonna deal with the fallout of this guy just because he wants to put money in his pocket, right? That's smart. That's smart. That's smart. Okay, that's right. So like so so yeah. Please, terms of like, okay, what kind of like, it's not hilarious. Like Jared wants the human rights, but the guy could chop up, right? Chopping up the journalist is not human. No, doesn't count. No, no. Like, how could he on a straight face say that those types of things? Okay, to say that they need to show human rights. Well, he whatever, he deserved it, okay? He deserved it. He deserved it because he messed with my friend. So you could chop him up. Yeah, he did. He could chop him up. So think about it. Can you imagine, like, what kind of person? Like, no, it's different because he paid me. Okay, he paid me. So if you pay me money, I look the other way. Okay, I do. I do. So think about, guys. This guy has been living in a fascist, Nazi bubble, whatever, even that the fact that he's Jewish is so sick. Like, think about it. Like, he accepted all of this like white supremacist people just as a means to an end, like just so that he could do whatever the hell he wants. And he's so out of it. Like, he can you imagine being that person, not even realizing that he thinks he could just do anything he wants. And now, like, realizing, because guys, and actually, it's a good sign. It's a good sign that they abandon. I feel like Netanyahu is also very aware of how tough his situation is right now. So he's like, I don't want to get involved with Jared. Jared does not, if those people have political experience, they understand that Jared is like so out of it. He doesn't understand that the fact they're dropping him. Bitches are dropping him. Bitches are dropping him. So like, why? Because Jared, you're toxic. Toxic. But I'm very smart. I read books. I did. I read books. So, you know what I mean? So like, so anyway, so that's the story, guys. But I should go, okay? So this was interesting for America. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. You should go too. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay? All right. So I'm gonna go because I don't wanna, something. Okay, I have to do something in a few minutes, but I'll talk to you soon. Okay? All right. I like this format. Okay, just so you know, I like it, and I'm gonna continue. Like I said, okay, I'm gonna continue unless you have a, All right. Okay. See you later, alligators. And I like I said, sorry about the lateness. Okay, but next time is gonna be okay. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye.